Okay, 6 USY, Delta Mike is 06.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100, and also put down 711 K6MI.
Okay, we got you. Give us some chatter so I can set the audio level on the speaker, the outside speaker here. Aaron, work?
Oh, very good. Yeah, I noticed you pointed off at the Bay Area, so I'm not as strong, but keep talking here for a little bit. And fun weather today, and got to drive around in the rain and see all the storms and stuff, but I think we're done with the weather for a while. It's supposed to be in the 60s the rest of the week.
I'm lost. Sorry, I must be losing my mind. I couldn't follow that. Something about the Bay Area and then weather?
Well, you're turned away from me, so I'm not as strong as I could be. But yeah, I was just saying the weather today was fun driving around in the rain.
I'm still missing what your comment on the weather is. I'm just not I'm not catching the words. I got everything else okay. I just can't understand what you said about the weather.
Well, it'd be better if you were turned this way, Mike, but I'll mention it later. No worries.
Oh, say it now, because I can hear you fine. I just don't understand the word. What word did you use to describe the weather?
I just said it was fun. Yeah, driving around in the rain.
Okay, now I got the Bluetooth running here. I heard fun, and I heard the word marine, but I can't tie the two together meaningfully. Did I hear the word marine wrong?
Yeah, I did not use that word.
What did you say?
I just said it was fun driving around in the rain.
Oh, fun driving in the rain. Okay, got it now. Maybe you said it so quickly I didn't get it. Now I copy you fine. I don't do well sometimes out of a speaker, particularly when there's a lot of noise in the background. And that's what I'm dealing with here. Noise in the background on the radio. Yeah, you're pretty weak at the moment. No worries. I'm pointed over there sort of toward the Bay Area, looking for... well, let's see. He said he was going to be calling a net tonight, or was that somebody else? KW6S, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm doing great over here tonight, and we finished our other net, and here we are in the rain.
Okay, well, you're doing good here. Anyway, good evening, Tom. KW6 Sugar 610. We've only got two, Judy, plus, 1079, 1100, and 610. Judy just walked in. I'm giving her an update here. We're running a little late this evening. Matt just came home, and dinner's in the kitchen going, but we haven't eaten yet. Anyway, good evening, and sounding good over here. I'm pretty close to you. I'm not sure I'm right on you, but it's close enough. And I was hearing some other voices before we started here. I don't know if you heard those other voices way down in there or not, Aaron, over?
Nope, I've been here for a while. You might have heard John, K6MI, so put down 711.
I think, yeah. But was John talking to you?
No, I was over on one of the 220 repeaters. There's a net on the Condor system on Monday night, so I was over on the FM side before I switched over.
Oh, he might have been John just calling randomly?
Yeah, he'll do that around 7 o'clock before he leaves the house, just to, prove that he was on the frequency.
Well, I think I would have recognized John's voice. No, I heard two people talking. It was like a conversation. And I thought he might have been talking to you or somebody else, but it was very, very weak. It must probably coming out of the Bay Area somewhere. But they weren't turned toward us because I listened in the Bay Area and I couldn't get any more than just weak. Just a detection of signals. Anyway, no problem. I guess Rob will be in here, but a little bit later he's calling a net too. So everybody's got multiple nets on these nights. Anyway, I am pointed toward the Bay Area and I'm over toward Tom, but if there's anybody in the San Joaquin Valley, WA6OIB or whoever else that has this band, pop in, K6MYC.
JNN was giving you a call also, Mike.
Okay, I didn't hear him, but I'm not pointed at Jim, so we'll try to turn up that way. He's usually quite strong. I'm surprised at that. Let me see. Okay, let's see if I can pick up Jim now. Are you still copying me, Tom?
Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine.
Okay. Let me see if I can get Jim on this heading. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, okay, we got a little frequency difference going on there, and I couldn't... You're fine now.
Yeah, I didn't move.
I moved.
Oh, you moved. Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, you're good copy. Go ahead and make a transmission. Tom's hearing you also, so I think that's interesting. I think Tom and you are not always hearing each other, but tell us, how was your weather today? We had rain until about 1, maybe a little later. It rained off and on here. It was supposed to quit at 11, but it never did. And so everything's still pretty dank and wet out there. And it was really dark this morning. Boy, dark. We got up at 9 o'clock or so, and it was like 6 in the morning. I'd turn lights on to see what we were doing in the bedroom. WB6JNN with KW6S and Aaron K6USY on here, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JN. Well, it rained this morning, drizzled this morning, actually, a little bit more than a drizzle this morning, very light, and then I went out and about and got some sunshine for a little while, and then about the time I got out of Walmart and got to my car and started driving home, it started getting heavy rain and then really heavy rain. And by the time I got home, it had lightened up considerably. But I was traveling about 10 miles, so that also was a factor. But anyway, it's okay right now, but we've had a lot of rain today. WB6J then.
Yeah, we got some rain also overnight and this morning. I looked at the rain gauge today, and we have a little bit over about 3.5 inches. So it went from about 2.5 to 3.5 over the last day or so here. So we're moving up. I've got 13.5 inches now for the season since May. That's we're getting more. I think. Is there more coming tomorrow, Judy? No. Tomorrow should be open, but I guess it's supposed to rain again, perhaps on Wednesday. It keeps changing. What it is the storm is above us and north of us, and the little fingers of the storm keep rotating through. We get a finger, and we get a little bit rain, and that's probably what you're seeing is a little rain for about 2 hours, and then it goes away. And then it comes back in another couple of hours, something like that. So I think that we've passed that now, and we'll have a clear day, much like they're going to have in Florida for the arrival, or for the splashdown.
No rain for 11 days.
Oh, no more rain for 11 days. Oh, my God. Well, that's the end of our pond. It'll be gone by that time. It's supposed to get up into the 80s early next week, too. We hear somewhere up in the 80s, so we're going to have some really, really nice weather coming up. Talk about weeds growing. Man, look out. I got a thistle out of my yard yesterday. I had to dig it out. It has a 2-inch diameter trunk, and it's about 42 inches long with a 2-inch diameter trunk, and that all grew within the last 4 months. So
yeah, it's been like the grass around here. I finally got the front lawn mowed, and maybe tomorrow it's supposed to be relatively nice, and we'll find out. And if it is, then I might be able to mow the back lawn.
Yeah, well, I didn't get the lawns mowed at all today because it rained up until 3 or close to 3 o'clock or thereabouts, and it was too wet. I just didn't bother. So I haven't finished. I got the front yard mowed the other day, and then yesterday and today I didn't get anything done. All right, let's see. Tom, if you're still there, let me shoot it back to you, and then we'll take a standby and see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area for 222 here. KW6S with WB6JNN and others, K6MYC.
86, that's okay.
Okay, hi, Fred.
Hi, Mike. I just thought I'd jump in here because the wind shifted my antennas around, so I don't know what my signal strength is like. I try to get the orientation just about right, but you can tell me if I'm small or not, and it's dark and raining and all that kind of stuff, so I don't know if it's affecting the signal strength at all. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I moved the antenna a little bit in the wrong direction, but I moved it more to the north, and you came up a little bit. But no, you're fine. You're good copy here. But you're probably not copying Tom, so let me shoot it back over to Tom and see if he's still there and sign with him, and then we'll look for you guys. We'll look for Tom later, of course, on 6 meters. KW6 Sugar in Santa Cruz, K6MYC.
1296.
Okay, we got you 1296. I don't hear Tom. Maybe he went back to the bench or something there. Probably thought I moved on. I didn't want to do that. He said that Jim was in here, so I went back over and picked up Jim. And sometimes Jim is more difficult to copy than Tom. But one more try. Tom, are you still around there? Too far from the microphone to KW6S over K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard. Very good. Well, Fred, you take one and tell me what you did over the weekend and all, if anything, and what's new with you, and then we'll get it over to W6PQL. KD6SOK, give Judy your number, K6MYC.
Okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, hi, Judy. Good evening. 507, and yeah, I did do a whole lot this weekend. Just took it very easy and took a couple of naps, and so kind of tired this week. So anyway, rain's supposed to come in tonight and probably ease up later this week. Back to you, Mike. 86, that's okay.
Okay, a couple of naps over the weekend. I took multiple naps over the weekend. Multiple naps. Yeah, I don't know why. I was tired, too, for some reason. Not tired. I just fell asleep at the drop of a hat. And I kept dropping my hat, so I kept falling asleep. Back over to you, Jim, W6PQL. Are you feeling with more energy today than you had yesterday? Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I got a good night's sleep, relatively good night's sleep, so no complaints with that. Let me kill the live stream here. It distracts me when I'm talking, and I don't need it anyway now that I can hear you on the radio. So it's all good. Yeah, just a lot of work to do, and I've been doing that. And, my back gets kind of sore after the end of the day, and the end of the day is something like 9 o'clock at night, so, it's a long day. But feeling okay today. K6NYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, what were you doing yesterday? Were you just sitting at the bench? Is that what made your back stiff?
Yeah, I had to wire a bunch of circuit boards. They're little tiny things, and, I don't have those pre-assembled because they have to be outfitted with 1 or 2 parts that are different for each band that the thing is being used for. So, it's just something I've got to do. It takes a long time to do it, though, and you're hunched over the darn thing, and that's what does it.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Well, I was was crawling around on my hands and knees here. I don't know if you heard the story about the thistle I pulled out. We pulled lots of thistles, but this one was particularly large. 42 inches high, right in front of the house, right in the flower bed in the front side of the house. 42 inches high, and I had a trunk 2 inches in diameter. I had to dig it out of the ground over with a shovel. So I was pulling weeds. I pulled weeds for about 15 feet along the front of the house, and I got a 50-gallon drum full of weeds over. Lose you, Jim? Oh, I think I'm transmitting. Aaron, do you hear? Okay, how about Fred? Are you copying?
Sorry, Mike. I had to help the wife get up the stairs here. She's a little bit unsteady on her feet, and I had to leave the radio to do that.
Oh, okay. Is she still suffering from this weakness thing related to maybe some internal issue over?
She's not fully recovered yet, so she has a tough time getting up and down the stairs. And what she tends to do is take something in both hands instead of just taking a light load on one hand and holding onto the handrail with the other. So when I hear her start to come up the stairs, I have to stop and make sure that she's not being too stubborn over.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, I didn't know what happened there because you just dropped off abruptly, and I wasn't sure if I quit. But we got you anyway. I didn't know whether you heard my story about the 42-inch long thistle with a 2-inch trunk I dug out of my yard after 4 months of growth. I had stripped the yard completely in November. Sometime through November, December, when we had good weather, and all that stuff's come back since. Albert. Now, I guess you're busy in the background. I'll let you go. Let's see, who else do we have in the Bay Area? Anybody? K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area.
Yeah, hello, Bay Area. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Give Judy your number, Paul, and tell us if you have any other check-ins there. Over.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everybody. Number 637 here, and got the two usual remote check-ins from the Clear Lake area. That would be Kent, KA6OSX, and Dave, N1PPP. Over.
Okay, got it. I think I heard you guys in here earlier talking. I couldn't get a peek on it in the Bay Area, but I heard somebody talking just at about the time the net started. Was that when you were on?
No, I usually connect at about 10 past 7. They come on the band at about 5 past 7, and I connect about 10 past 7, just over the top of the hour there, Mike.
Okay, well, somebody, I came in here at 7:30, 7:28. I walked in the shack and got everything hooked up, and I hear little voices in here, but I could never find them. And then the local guy started to check in here, so I never did find out who it was, but I thought they were talking away. It was two different people because I could hear a voice pattern shift, but it was so weak I couldn't tell who it was. Anyway, you're sounding very good this evening, and I'm assuming you're on the recovery trail, getting your strength back, ready for the last episode, right?
Yep, I am. I'm feeling better every day, and get ready for my next chemo drug dose, which will be next Tuesday, and that'll be the final one. And I had a video interview with my doctor today, and he's pleased with my progress. I reported it, and he wants me to take a PET scan, a PET scan, for final, hopefully clearance about 8 weeks after my last infusion. So 8 weeks from next Tuesday, I'm going to have hopefully a final PET scan, and hopefully that'll all be clear. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Hang on just a second. Oh, okay. Judy is saying congratulations on coming down the home stretch, and congratulations on your progress. If your doctor thinks you're doing good, it must be from some good indicator. So that's good news, Paul. Very good. And okay on the PET scan, yeah, that's kind of typical. So we've been through that routine with a wife a while back. All right, well, good. I'm glad that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel there, and hopefully it'll be the tunnel will open and never close again for you. Okay, stand by. Let's see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. So far, we only have, let's see, 3, not counting Tom in Santa Cruz. KD6SOK, WB6JNN, W6PQL. Anybody else for 222 Bozo Net? Over. WA6AXX, you have it. How about K6KLY? How about you, Russ? Okay, nobody there. All right, well, let's see. I'm going to go up to Oakley then. I know he's fixed, and hopefully we'll get good signals from Oakley this evening. So 73s for now, Paul, and we'll look for you in just a few more minutes on the direct path, and we'll also look for you perhaps on 6 meters. I've got the 6-meter antenna already pointed toward Nevada, so I'll be starting in Nevada and then coming your way, so I should be there shortly, somewhere around 8:30, maybe a little bit before 8:30 when we get in your direction on 6 meters, Paul. K6WIS, K6MYC for your final, over.
Okay, thanks, Mike and Judy. Yep, I'll be looking out for you on 6 meters. 73s for now, and ta-ta to the Bay Area. This is Kilo 6, Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville Foothills.
Yeah, booming signal too. Really, really good on the bounce path, don't you? You must be hearing us pretty loud as well, right?
Oh, yes, you got a brilliant signal, S7. You're peaking S7 there, and Jim PQL, you were S8. I could just hear JNN in there. He was only got a Q3, but also good evening to Fred. You were 5x3 there. So those are the signal reports. So back to you, Mike, K6WIS.
Yeah, fine, Paul. Well, I hope everybody was listening. Did Jim, JNN, did you get your report? About SOK, did you get your report?
I got mine in case you're going to ask me. Hi, Paul, you're S7 over here, and I just moved off of Mike by 15 degrees. Didn't seem to hurt him any, and you came right up.
Yeah, you're fine here.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Yeah, you've increased up to S9 now. Solid S9, Jim. W6PQL from K6WIS.
Thanks, Paul. How you feeling, by the way?
Yeah, I'm on the upswing now. Most of the pain has disappeared after the second week, and I'm beginning to get more energy now. So looking up, hopefully I'll be ready for my final chemo drug dose next Tuesday. Over.
Okay, then you can go back to drinking and swearing after that, huh?
Well, I'm going to stay clean for 8 weeks after that to get past the PET scan, over.
Okay. All right, Paul, hang in there, and we'll turn it back to Mikey. Go ahead, Mikey.
Okay. I was going to ask something there, but that last comment blew me away. Drinking and swearing. I don't think Myrna did any of that when she got done with her chemo. She just tried to get her color back. Anyway, okay. Oh, my God. Let's see. So what heck was I going to say or ask or say something? Doesn't matter. It'll come back. Anyway, good evening, Jim, and maybe we'll see you a little bit later on 6 meters. I think we've got really good band conditions tonight based on Paul's signal, at least going east-west. We'll see if it's as good as it is this way, up towards Sacramento. It's halfway to Oakley, so let's see how we get Oakley in here. Anybody else left in the Bay Area? Last call for Bay Area, over.
AM6 SRR, number 432.
Well, you're a little ways from the Bay Area. We'll take you. Good evening, Rob.
Hey, Mike, just finished doing the Aries net, so I'm free now.
Okay, well, I'm going to just go toward N6RO, so we'll see if we can hear him. He's got his radio and his broken feed line fixed, so whatever it was, I think it was water or a connector or something. So here we go up toward Oakley. Well, I was pretty much at Oakley. The band has got a funny pattern to it tonight. N6RO, I always start out with a K for him, but it's not right. That's because his name is Ken. That may be why I have the K in my head. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo Net 35, Charlie Mike 97, temperature range 48 to 60, and dinner is going to be, what did I cook? Mahi and Brussels sprouts. I'll give you a report on the contest this weekend when we get to 6 meters. How copy here? I could hear you Q4 when you were pointing at the Bay Area, and now you're 5 by 7 and 6RO.
Yeah, not real strong tonight. You're okay, but not as strong as I would expect you to be. But perfect copy with a little flutter. So, okay, which contest did you operate? I only heard one contest on when I was perusing the bands, and it was North Carolina QSO party or something, over.
Yeah, there's always a QSO party. What we did here was 2 entries in the RSGB, RTTY, Riddick contest, which is always challenging. I did 80 meters only, and Dave remoted in and has the North American record and number 2 in the world. So I'll give you more detail when we get to 6. I'm getting hungry.
Okay, I need a little repeat. You're fading at the end here, and I don't know why. I don't know why the band is so weak here. You said it very quickly. The guy that was working with you won the world, and what bands did he operate? And you said you only did 80. But how did you do? And he won the world. That's outstanding. Go ahead, Ken.
Well, according to reports so far, I won the world on 80 meters. Anyway, the band is really up and down. All indications here look normal. About 150 watts and plenty of audio. So, more detail when we get to 6 meters. See you later.
Okay, 150 watts. I found another peak on you. The band is acting funny tonight. Oh, wonderful on working the world and winning the world on 80 meters. Boy, that's something from the West Coast, I'll tell you.
Well, the Europeans had more contacts than I did, but that's predictable. But anyway, I'm an 80-meter nut.
Yeah, well, you must add more multipliers, huh?
I had pretty good multipliers, although I got no Europe, no Africa, no South America. But I did get Oceania, Asia, and, of course, North America.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, anyway, sounds like an outstanding effort, considering you did get some rest on that one, because 80 meters isn't worth a darn during waking hours here, or daylight hours for the most part, just at the edges high. Okay, we'll talk to you again with more detail perhaps on 6, and look for you there. Thanks, Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, Mahi and Brussels sprouts coming up. I don't know what Matt's cooking in the kitchen. He just got started, and so I was out of the kitchen before I saw what he threw in the pan. We'll find out later. N6RO, K6MYC, going to Sacramento.
Yeah, I bet Matt's got something gourmet for you.
Okay. KO6KD, K6MYC, give me some chatter, Bill.
All right, I'll give you a little chatter there, Mike. K6MYC in the Bozos. KO6KD. KO6KD Bozo, number 776. I'll give you a little chatter and see if you can get the antenna on me. And how am I sounding down there? KO6KD, over.
You sound like you're underwater, but other than that, you're fine. You got a lot of flutter, but good signal. Not real strong, but certainly adequate there, so no problem. And good to hear you. I didn't get on 40 this morning, as you might have guessed. It was super dark in the bedroom. And by the time we got up and made it to the kitchen, it was 10 o'clock. So, as you can see, we ran slow this morning. Over.
Yeah, well, I got up very, very. I never went to bed. So, as it was, I was here in front of the radio from about 6 o'clock on, and finally at about 8:45, I said, well, I haven't heard anybody. I'm going to go ahead and call it, and I turned the radio off, and that was it. So it's no big deal. That sort of thing happens. I did not hear anybody else, so that's kind of odd. So I guess everybody took the day off. No worries, no problems. That's the way it goes, and I'll look for you on 6 meters here in a few minutes. K6NYC from KO6KD.
Okay, very good. Well, that's strange that you didn't have Bob in there. I thought Bob would be there for sure. And I don't know what would kept Phil off. He was on 2 meters, of course, the night before, so everything seemed to be okay at that point. But maybe they had some kind of early appointment or something that he forgot to mention. Normally he knows what he's going to do the next morning, much like Saturday when he said he would be at the club meeting, at that breakfast club, the ham club meeting that he has. Anyway, sorry you didn't have any company, but it sounded like you had been on for quite a while, and you probably didn't need the conversation anyway. 7-3 for now, and we'll see you shortly on 6, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC. Anybody else that's copying while I'm pointed in this direction? Over.
Yeah, you came just for information, Mike. You came up to an S9 plus a little bit there. So, all right, the band is up and down. 7-3, seeing a bit over on the other way, KO6KD.
Okay, well, that's a good sign because I'm still on the same system. And we were having real trouble here on 40, on 222, but it looks like it was mostly just the time of the year or the time of the day. With the time shift, it seems like it's been better. Thanks for that, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC. Okay, anybody else before I go toward Nevada? I don't think I'm going to get much out of Nevada, but you never know. K6MYC, Bozo Net. This evening, 2 minutes to 8. Well, let's go up toward Nevada and see if there's anybody up there. Rob, how are you doing? How'd your net come out okay? KM6SRR 432. Did you get Rob in?
Yes.
Okay. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, it came out good, I guess. I'm putting the log into Net Control Manager right now while I'm listening to you. I hope Aaron's doing a good job of keeping down your check-ins. I've got a few I've heard, but I may miss some, and obviously I missed some in the beginning there. Anyway, it's good to be on again. Listen, I keep, like I was telling you before, I keep pointing my antenna, and I'm not doing any good on this one here.
Yeah, it's the darndest thing, isn't it? Well, let me just see if I can give you the numbers that I have here. And Judy can correct me or fill in if I leave something out. The first one's, of course, 1079, 1100. And then 711, John was in. I did not hear him, but Aaron said he was there. And then we got, what was the next one after that? 610. 610. We went all the way around. We didn't get anybody else in the area here. So we went right around and picked up Santa Cruz, so we got 610, and then we got 285, and 507, and 1296. Yeah, it should bring you up to 835.
There you go. That sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Very light tonight.
And I am keeping the list.
Okay. Does that agree with your list, Aaron?
Yeah, after that was 637, 160, 336, and then right into where Rob checked in.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Paul. See, I wasn't thinking about Paul. I had my brain pointed toward the Bay Area, even though Paul came in that direction, yes. So there you go, 637, and he passed along 160 and 336. Rob, that's the whole list.
Okay, great, got it. Thank you, Aaron.
All right, now, try the Bay Area and see if there's anything here.
Did you mean Sacramento, Mike?
Looks like we have 14 so far. Here we go. Okay, Bay Area. No, Bay Area. What do you mean, Bay Area? Santa Cruz. No, Santa Cruz. How about the Reno, Las Vegas, Nevada? I'll get it right yet. Nevada. And maybe, just maybe, we'll hear Larry, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7 WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, or KE7 UQL. Oh, I do not think he has his 220 antenna up, but sometimes he surprises me. KE7 UQL, N7 WT. Who's up there? KE6 MYC, over. Chirps of critters and crickets and stuff. That's not good. Let's just chat a second here, Rob. You said, did you get anything done outside today, or did the rain stop you?
No, nothing outside. I was working more on my 2-meter amplifier, and I got an issue. It's too doggone big for where the spot was for the old one, so I got to figure something out. Also, I need to be able to observe it better than I did the other one. The other one just kind of did its thing, and I didn't have to look at anything. So I'm going to have to redesign a little bit here. Over.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to rethink your whole shack. You've got to make it more flexible. It's uglier when you do that, but it does just put stuff up in a bigger area and spread it all over. And once you get it all working, you can make changes to it. I've never been much of a poster boy for a good-looking shack. But I have a functional shack most of the time. Of course, when it gets to be old and aged like mine, the wires are deeper and deeper and deeper behind all the equipment here. And that always happens. But basically, I've got enough room. I can still stick another amplifier in here if I had to. I was thinking about taking the two 2-meter amplifiers, the one that you have and the one that I have up here, and coupling them together so I can double my power. Instead of 1,200 out, I could be running 2,500 here without too much difficulty, and really call the net once I get this new antenna up. I got the antenna assembled, by the way, a 2MXP28, so it's 28, 14 elements horizontal and vertical. And I'm trying to figure out if I could get it on top of the big tower here at 90 or 100 feet. That would really be good. Then it's all operational from the shack here. So I'm working on that. Antennas together, a few little loose ends to do, and then we have to center the elements and put the overhead guy on it. The overhead guy is on. We just have to put the trim buckles in and the last little hookups and tensioning and all, and then it's ready to go. So it's pretty much done. Got a little hardware in holding the boom together and stuff. The T-matches are on. I haven't put the shorting bars on yet. That's about it. Anyway, I'm just killing time looking for anybody that might be hearing us up there in the Gardnerville, Carson City area. Gardnerville or Carson City. Anybody up there? K6 MYC Bozo Net toward Nevada. Over.
You paused a minute, Mike, so I dealt with you in the beginning of that, so it's okay.
Here's the CW.
Okay, what he's saying is no 52. So he did not hear Steve again tonight. No 52, no 52. QSL, I know you're listening to the stream, so you've got it. We got it, Jim. No 52. Thanks for the feedback.
Hey, Hey, Mike. I was going to hook up the 2-meter amp I got from Jim, and I don't remember what he had for the driving power. I think I told him somewhere around 50 watts, but maybe you can ask him and see if he confirms that. Over.
Okay, let me go back toward that area. We're done with the Bay Area anyway. I'll go back. We're done with the Nevada, because I didn't think we'd have anybody. So let me head back to the Bay Area here. And Jim, W6J and N, W6PQL. I'll get it right yet. W6PQL, K6MYC. Can you answer a question for us, Jim? Over.
Yeah, Mike, give me just a minute here. I'll look at my notes. I keep notes on every amplifier I build. Let me just take a look, and I'll see what kind of drive power he needs. Over.
Okay, Roger. You heard it on the stream then, no problem. He's copying you on the stream, Jim. Rob.
Okay, great.
Are you listening to the stream?
Not right.
Nope. I guess it's a delay on it. It messes me up, and I can't answer you when you call for me if I'm listening on the stream. I'm too late.
You mean you can't put a multitask 3-second shift into your brain, huh? Somebody said something. Was that you, Jim?
No, that wasn't me.
Somebody said something. Who was that? Okay, might have been Rob.
My delay seems to be longer than 3 seconds, Mike.
50 watts into it. He's going to get 2 kilowatts out. He only needs about 35 or 40 watts for 1,500.
There you go. 35, 40 watts for 1,500. 50 watts gets you what? What did you say? 2 kW?
Yeah, 52 watts drive gets him 2 kW.
Okay, 52 watts equals 2 kW, Rob. 50 watts gets you 2 kW. So generally speaking, you want to run it less than 50% or 50 watts. Over.
Yeah, Roger on that. Probably about 40 would be fine. Otherwise, I'd be out of line on there unless I get some line loss.
Well, they don't count line loss.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I could put out a little more than 1,500 as long as my line loss brings it back to 1,500 watts at the antenna. I'd be fine.
Well, it's not legal, but it's fine from a functional standpoint. But the FCC wants to know what's coming out of the back of the amp. They don't care how long your feed line is.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that correction. I guess I was misunderstood that.
Most people don't worry about that, but then they don't either. But that technically that's the way it works. Over.
Hey, Mike.
Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, just let him know not to light up the last red LED, and he's under 50, and he's probably a legal limit at that point.
Yeah, there you go. The last red LED, do not light that one. And then on any long-term basis, just don't light the last red LED. Over.
Okay, good to know. Thank you, Jim. No last LED lit.
We'll call him Blinky. All right, very good. Thanks for that, Jim. And I think we're ready to go over to 6 meters here. Is there anybody else for 222? Before we go over to 6 meters, 50.140, K6MYC.
And this week, I will remember to swap the maps. K6USY.
Oh, that's right. I guess you had everybody really wound up, confused last night, huh? Okay, the other antenna is pointed at about 355 right now. I can move it just a tad, but it's close enough for getting started here with the net. All right, too bad we don't have Ken in here tonight. I don't know why he isn't in here. I thought he would be here for at least a little bit of 222, but we need him for 15. 14 is a pretty pukey number. Of course, did you put 47 down, Judy? That's me. Okay, that's 14 with Mike K6MYC at 47 in there. Holy cow. A lot of 222 radios to fix. I know Dennis is trying to buy one. He was asking about 222, and I gave him transverter information last night. You guys probably heard that. So maybe we'll get Dennis on 222 one of these days. All right. 026 meters. Here we go, and I'm pointed toward the bay, toward the Nevada area. K6MYC, listening lightly in the background here on 222.
Okay, here we go. K6USY.
Looking up toward Nevada, KE7UQL, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, N7 VAZ, maybe on 6 meters here, and or N7 Whiskey Tango. N7 WT, are you anybody there up there in Nevada? K6MYC, over. Oh boy, very quiet in Nevada. Let me move it over a little bit. Maybe I can get somebody out of Fallon. Let me go down through the list. That will wake up anybody that is listening over there. K7SUN, Stan in Fallon, Nevada. N7 Whiskey Tango in Gardnerville. KE7UQL in Carson City or nearby. I'm going to call KB6BQ, KD6BQ, but he isn't there. He's down somewhere off the coast of Chile, no doubt on his long trip. Anyway, and then N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Do we have anybody in there, and including anybody else that didn't call? Please come now. K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, you're on lower sideband. You're on lower sideband. Go to upper.
How'd I get on lower sideband?
Well, give me a second here. I'll hit the button.
Okay.
There you are. Hey. Okay, now you're on the right sideband. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100, and go ahead and take it, Mike.
I can't imagine how this thing got on lower sideband. I just brought the 50 megahertz band in, and why it would ever come up on lower sideband is beyond me. I wasn't on lower sideband on any band for months with this radio, or years almost. That's weird, and the mode is way off to the side, but it might have gotten bumped somewhere along the line here. Anyway, QR's out again up into Nevada. QR's at Nevada for 6-meter Bozo Nets. K6MYC looking for K7SUN, N7 Whiskey Tango, KE7UQL, or November 7 Whiskey Victor Alpha Zulu, November 7 VAZ. Anybody up there tonight? K6MYC, over.
982 here.
92. 92, no, 72?
982.
Oh, 982. Okay. Hi, Daryl. Good evening to you. 982. Junie, you got that? Okay, and you got Aaron in there, I'm sure. 1079, 1100, and we'll probably have Rob. Are you here?
Roger. My amp won't come on, so something's going wrong there.
Well, you disconnected the other one, so maybe you didn't have that power supply on that runs this 6-meter amp.
Yeah, I just unplugged the 2-meter amp and left the other stuff alone, but I was moving the wires, so something isn't right.
Okay, well, okay. Well, I hear you, so that's mainly all we need for now. Too bad. Hang on a second, Judy. What did you ask me?
Are you on 6 meters?
Yes, I am. Now we're on 6.
WA6AJ727.
Okay, I got you, Mike. We're fighting a cat here. He wants to get up and sit on the logbook. They'd like to sit on the logs. That's because that's where the action is. You know, the hand and the pen and everything is moving around on the logbook. So that's what they go for. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mike, and everybody else. Get a lot of rain up there today?
Well, to about 1 o'clock, yeah, it rained off and on. It rained hard at times, and then it would go away, and then it rained harder. You know, the little fingers were wandering by. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I got it down here pretty steady until about, I don't know, maybe about 2 o'clock, and then it kind of settled down.
Yeah, well, I wasn't watching the clock real close. Actually, I was on the phone. I finally gave up on my Humana insurance company, and I called up Aetna, who I had last year, and I asked them, could you take me back, please? And they graciously did that, but it took 2 hours to get through that. So you can imagine, it's more complicated every year to get insurance. God, 2 hours. Most of it's just them reading stuff that they have to read to you.
Yeah, insurance isn't any fun. I did see Dr. Remington today, and I'm good to go in April.
Hey, wonderful news, man.
Yeah, one surgery I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, right. That's an easy one. It's plan breakfast right after you get out of there. Over.
Oh yeah, I just want to get it over with. I think it's the 22nd or something. I don't know, but either way, they're going to do both. You know, whatever that 2 weeks apart or whatever.
Yeah, very good. Are you getting the expensive lenses?
No, I'm not. Well, after listening to people having problems with those, I thought I'd just go for the ones that were covered and be, farsighted and use glasses. I've had glasses for 30 years. It's really not going to matter reading up close.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a good choice, really. That works fine. A lot of people feel comfortable with glasses, and you do have the option of getting a couple of different pairs for different close-up stuff. And so, yeah, that's good. But I went with the same thing. I went with the far distance. And boy, when I first got them, I'm driving down the road, and it felt like I could see the grains of the leaves on the trees, the veins on the leaves. It was just intensely perfect.
Roger. Yeah, I told him this the first time 6 months ago, but I said I don't drive at night anymore because of the bright lights and the starburst effect. And I guess they verified it this time with me, and the fact that I told him again, he said no problem. So.
Well, that's because the cataract makes everything bloom, doesn't it? That should go away pretty much after a few days. It'll take about a week for that to go away.
Okay. Well, very good. Going forward.
There you go. Well, good deal. And did Remington say anything about me? We were just in there a week or so ago. Over.
I know. In fact, I mentioned you the first time. I think I told you, and he didn't really confirm or deny. So I'm assuming that's kind of they just don't want to get into the HIPAA thing.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, he always thanks me for the guys that I'm sending, like you, and Kerry's happy also. Kerry had his done, and he's a happy camper. So, and one other guy, I think somebody else went in, but they weren't qualified or they weren't ready, and that might have been you, and then they put you off a little bit. But anyway, great news. He's a good guy. I was just in there last week, but I had one eye that went blonkers on me, and the pressure went from 14 to 30 all of a sudden. So they recommended that I get the laser treatment. What they do is they, in real crude terms, they take the upper part of your eye above your retina, just at the upper edge of your retina, so it doesn't affect your vision. Then they punch about 50 holes with the laser in the back of your eyeball, and those gradually heal up and then start to bleed the pressure off. But they're tiny little holes, and when the pressure gets up to a certain level that they want to keep, then the ooze, the liquid in the eyeball bleeds off through that. So that's kind of a last resort when the drops don't work anymore.
Roger. Yeah, the body is a complicated thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. It feels funny, though, when you're punching away at your eyeball. You can feel them, every now and then you can feel that laser. He just goes click, 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 and he does about 4 or 5 in a row. And every now and then you get one that you get a little pain from it, but it's very minimal. And you have kind of a little discomfort in the eye for half a day or so, but it isn't much of a deal considering what they're doing to you.
How long does that procedure take?
Oh, I would say it took a maximum of 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, boy, they sure got this down to a science, I tell you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, let's move on here. I'm still pointed toward Nevada, but I don't think we're going to get anybody out of there tonight. Larry, N7WT, are you on there tonight? He's been on 6 meters because he told me about the openings that he's been seeing. He heard New Zealand and Chile the other day on 6. So I thought he might be in there tonight. I know the 6-meter system works, but he's just got his mind in other places, and maybe the time change is bothering him. All right. Anyway, good to have you. Let's see if there's anybody else. We've got Aaron and you and Rob and WB6GBS. Are you in there, Ben?
KM6HK, course gold.
Well, there's another one, KM6HK, 2 days in a row, Dan. You're going to make me pass out here.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I thought I'd just see if 6 meters still working for me, and also when you're pointed north, then I copy you. That antenna, if you rotate around, I'm going to lose you.
Oh, really? Is that, I'm that weak, that close?
That's a good question. I'll see. Yeah, it's been a problem in the past. I'm not sure which antenna you're working, but some of them have pretty sharp nulls.
Well, on this band, it should be broad. This is a 9-element on a 50-foot boom, or 49. This is a 6M9KHW. 9 elements on a 49-foot boom. Call it 50-foot. It's at 105 feet or so. And it's right on top of my highest mountain on the property. Yeah, I think it is. Yes, it is. I don't think there's any. Well, there's one spot that's a few feet higher, but that's about it. So, but to your direction, it's just a clear shot right up that way. So I can't believe that no matter where I point, you should hear it. And I'm running pretty good power, somewhere around 1,400 watts anyway. So we'll see what happens, Dan. You might just try to call in when I get into a direction like the Bay Area, which is usually where I end up at the last. And then I do point south at the end, but we spend quite a bit of time pointed sideways to you in the Bay Area. That would be the weakest, probably. KM6HK 803 for Judy, K6MYC.
Okay, very good. All right, 7-3.
7-3, Dan. I haven't heard Dane in here tonight. He might pop in, and Frank hasn't got his 6-meter antenna up yet. We got Daryl in here. Daryl, I'm sorry, I didn't do anything except take your number, but we didn't get back to you. Did you get Daryl 982 on your list there, Judy? 982? Yeah, I thought we did. I don't know about Dave. I haven't heard Dave in here yet, BBG. Daryl, are you still in the shack?
Golf, Yankee.
Okay, I'll take Golf, Yankee. Good evening, Phil. Good to hear you. I'm pointed due north, so I guess that could be toward you, sort of, if you're a little bit east of Yosemite line. I know you're north of Yosemite, 30 or 40 miles, but I'm pretty much pointed right up the valley there, right up my groove. I have a big, the Fine Gold Creek Canyon is in that direction, almost due north for me. Anyway, good evening, Phil. I'm sorry I didn't get on this morning, and apparently you weren't there either, so we left poor Bill all to himself. He had nobody to talk to. Can you believe it?
Actually, Bob and I chatted for a while, and didn't hear Bill at the time. We called Bill several times. Anyway, Bozo 884 and WB6GGY. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for the check-in. Back to you there, Mikey. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, well, we should be in there in the morning. I don't know why we won't be on in the morning. This morning I just overslept. We didn't even get up or going until after 9. It was so dark in the bedroom. It was raining like hell and really dark. And I didn't even know it was, well, Judy finally said, hey, it's after 8. You want to get up? And are you kidding? It's pitch black in here. Can't be 8 o'clock. Anyway, good to hear you, Phil. And we'll have to find out from Bill where he was tuning, because he said he was stuck around for 45 minutes waiting for you guys. So I don't know where he was, but he wasn't where you were, obviously. So we'll try to get there tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Bob said, did Bob say he would be back tomorrow, or does he have appointments tomorrow?
He got busy doing something else, and I talked to Bob for about 10 minutes, and he was waiting for you to come on the air, and but we called Bill several times and never heard. So our timing was just off from his, that's all. Okay, WB6GGY.
All right, thanks, Phil. Anyway, maybe we'll try to make it in the morning, but you don't know whether Bob's going to be there or not, huh? Okay. Anybody, last call for Nevada. Last call for Nevada before we drive down to, or point down towards Sacramento. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Surprised we don't hear Ben in here this evening. He's always in here. WB6GBS. Ben? KC5DTU?
KC5DTU, 712.
There you go. Well, don't wait for me to call you. Just jump in there, buddy. Good to hear you. Good to see you at the club meeting the other night.
Roger. Just sorry we didn't get enough time to chat, but we'll make it up.
Oh, yeah. One of these days you got to go to dinner with us.
Roger that. We can always do when you come in and have some time on the medicals also.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, how are you doing? What's up? I don't know. Did we look for blogs this morning, Judy? We were really busy this morning, and we got up so late we didn't do anything except go in the kitchen.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I sent you one today and got some new ones here. When I get back in, Laura had a doctor's appointment today and several other things that came up, so I'm a little bit late, but I'll be getting you a couple of the new ones here later on.
Okay, very good. Think we should give the Statue of Liberty back to France?
In kit form.
Yeah, right. Take it apart and cut it up into little 1-inch squares. Okay, here's your crossword puzzle for today. What a bunch of diddle brains.
Roger that. I got a feeling its days are numbered, so keep an eye on it. Little birdie says that it'll probably go poof.
Who is that?
I'll tell you more.
You mean France?
No, the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, why is that? Do you think something's going on with it?
Well, we think it stands for liberty and freedom, but when you get the deep meaning of it, they pull the fast one on us.
Well, I think I know some of the background of that, but in terms of what it stands for now, we don't care what they thought it was about, over.
That's affirmative. So under the new stuff that's coming, I think we'll probably give it back to them, and it's just too bad that they had to ask for it.
No, we don't want to give it back. It represents too much for us here.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I think once the people here learn what it stands for, I think we'll be very glad to give it back to them.
Well, we're a pretty slow nation on the uptake. Even if it's correct, it takes a long time. Look how long time it took to get Trump back in office, notwithstanding the phony election in 2020 anyway. All right, let me move on. Let me get antenna pointed down here toward Sacramento. Judy, could I get you to run that controller?
N5 MPD 1129 real quick.
N5 MPD, I hear you, Brett. We're coming your way, more or less. 1129, are you on a short fuse?
Yep, I'm heading inside.
Okay, well, we got you written in, so if you want to go ahead.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. You're pointed up towards Sacramento, and I'm pointed at you. Have a great evening.
Okay. Should be towards Sacramento and Redding right now. KO6KD, are you there, Bill? K6MYC. I don't hear Bill. Anybody else out there toward Nevada? How about you, KR6MR? How about you, John?
K6MI.
Okay, 711. Good evening, John. We did get you checked in on 222, but I didn't hear you. But Aaron said you were there.
Thank you very much. I got back early from my rehearsal and able to check in on a Monday.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. You're way down in the mud, Bill. Hang on a second. Let me finish with John here. Very good, John. Thanks you much for coming in and checking in here. We didn't get anybody in Nevada, so we're just getting rolling here. But Judy's got you down for 711.
Yes.
And I hear Bill in there. But Bill, let me see if I can find a better heading for you. You're pretty weak. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, I don't understand this. I've got the thing pointed the same direction as I had the 220 antenna point. Yeah, I got my 200 watts and about a 1.1 FWR, so I don't know what in the world I'm doing wrong here. Over.
November 6th, Bravo, Charlie, Charlie.
Oh, where did he go?
Okay, N6 BCC, I hear you. Merle, go ahead and make one. K6MYC. What was the number, Merle? Go ahead, Merle. N6 BCC, where'd you go, Merle? What the hell?
759 KR6MR.
Okay, I called you earlier, but I'm having trouble with the rotator here. Nobody's responding in the right direction here. KR6MR 759. Give me some more chatter, John.
Roger. It's very, very weak tonight, Mike. We can barely hear you up here. I don't know what's going on.
A little bit of atmospheric noise, but we'll see if we can get a little better. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm pointed right at you, John. That's where it seemed to be the way peak is, but you didn't give me much time to peak on you. You forget I have to go back and forth with a very big system. When I'm rotating this antenna, John, I'm rotating 5-element on 20 on a 50-foot boom, 3 elements on the same boom for 40. So it's 8-element Yagi, and then the 6-meter 49-footer. 9 elements at 105 feet is above it, so it's a big system. It doesn't go real fast. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you're finally peaking S9 plus. When you were first started, you were barely an S3, S2, but good signal now. Over.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't pointed at you. The rotor controller's doing some funny things, and I don't know if Aaron's doing things for me or what there, but it's confusing me anyway. Anyway, good to hear you, and I'm glad you made it back up the stairs again. Over.
Oh yeah, I'm up here. I'm doing just fine. I guess you're pretty narrow with your beam on this antenna.
Yeah, now this up and down business is just band conditions tonight, John. I haven't touched a thing, and you went from S9 to S1. Over.
Yeah, 9 to 1. Sorry about that. Okay, try to get a hold of Bill again. He's there impatiently waiting for you. KR6MR back in that.
Now, I got him, and I'm just going to have to move just a few more degrees. Maybe I'll get him here, and then I'll come toward him and look for the peak. Thank you, John. Good to hear you. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 1296. Hopefully we'll have a reasonable set of contacts here. Judy's having trouble with the log. She's got two cats just crawling all over her here. One sitting in her lap and one sitting on the log. So she's got her hands full. No.
Hey, Mike, well, have Judy smack the cat. No. Still move. KR6MR.
Okay, very good. Okay. We got Sparky and Bootsy in here. I thought it was Blackie. Yeah, I saw Blackie here earlier. Oh, he's in here too. Okay. We got all 3 cats in the room with us tonight. Earlier today, just at dusk, the 2 big cats, the 2 males, Blackie and Sparky, were up on the roof. And Judy was worried that they could get down in the dark, but we know cats are pretty good about that. They see pretty good in the dark. Okay. Very good, John. Let me shoot it to Bill. Bill, make a transmission, and I'll move toward you here. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Michael. I'm starting to hear you better now. The band did come up well enough for me to hear you. Actually, it was about an F5 to an F6 signal, but then it started to drop down again. So as long as that's all it is atmospherics, then I'll not get too terribly upset. But otherwise, then I start to wonder what has gone wrong with my station. So, all right, enough said. I'll say 7-3. Wish you all a very good evening. All 5 of you out there, or 4 of you, whatever it was, and I'll say 7-3, and maybe we'll see you guys in the morning if you'll be around. K6NYC and the Bozos on 7-3, John, if I don't catch you back on 2. And I have not heard from Darren, so I do not know if he's around to check it or not. This is KO6KD Bozo 776.
Okay, very good. We got it all, but it's not real strong tonight, but it's pretty steady. You didn't fade up and down like John did. John went through a huge peak and then went down into the doldrums, but I had copy on him all the time, but it was just a huge swing in signal strength. You were steady but weak, so who knows, fluttery. And I moved back and forth till I could hear you starting to go down even further, and I didn't go any further. Well, we'll take a standby for Darren. Darren, you should hear me here if you're there. KJ6KFB, how about it, Darren? K6MYC. extremely weak, very, very weak, KJ6 KFB, but we got your 756. Tell him if he doesn't copy me, Bill, we got his 756. Thanks, Darren, but you're very, very light. You must not have all the power on or something there, but you're way, way down. Anyway, thanks for calling, Darren, and 73s. We'll see you on Wednesday. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
No.
He said real rough copy on me. I don't know what's wrong, but he's just weak. He's coming up now. Roger. We'll carry on. But I'm running 1,500 watts and you're not, over?
Yeah, but it's still only, on the peak there you came up to an S5.
Oh, okay, so I am moving the meter. Yeah, you're a long ways from meter movement here on this end. Okay, very good, Darren. 773, thank you. And I'm going to see if I can hear the voice in Reading, or anybody else in this direction for that matter. But let me try for Reading. Reading. I'm waiting for your CW there. KD6 Sugar Whiskey. KD6SW, K6MYC. Over. Burst of noise, so if you came back to me, I did not hear it. Try it now. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, over. How about NR6Q? Are you in here, Greg? I don't hear Greg tonight. Haven't heard Greg for a week now. Okay, one more call for Reading. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, K6MYC. Calling and standing by. Over. Anybody else for the Bozo Net here while I'm pointed towards Sacramento? K6MYC, Bozo Net. Try for N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar. You must be close to you in this direction. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. Hello, Punch and Judy. Charlie Mike 97, Bozo 835. Mahi and Brussels were good. And I assume Matt made you some Irish dinner tonight, is that right?
Well, I don't know. He might have been surprised us with some cabbage and corned beef, but I don't know what he's got cooking in there. That usually takes a little longer, but who knows? He didn't get home till a minute after 7, so we were running a little late here this evening. Anyway, how did your other guy do on the other bands on the RSG RTTY contest, over?
Yeah, that was WD6T, David, who's one of my prime operators. He remoted in on the Flex radio and operated in the SO2R and 2BSIQ modes, interleaving QSOs between two radios. So he's always transmitting and always listening. And he made over 900 contacts. And number 2 in the world so far on reported scores. And I did the 80, as I mentioned before. The whole contest is centered on Europe, and they have so many countries at their own disposal that makes it tough for the U.S., particularly the western part of the U.S. But since nobody else entered the category I was in, 80 meters single band, I have the highest score in the world. 47 QSOs and 23 multipliers, 4 continents and 16 areas. It's a strange multiplier situation they have there. And I forgot to comment on 220. Glad to hear the good news from K6WIS on his ordeal. Anyway, what do I got here? Oh, this is not radio related, but I had a big appliance weekend. Replaced a 45-year-old clothes washer with a new high-tech computerized, controllable by my iPhone washer by LG, and also bought a sewing machine so I can repair some of my old clothes. Anyway, that's the news from Oakley and 6RO.
Yeah, very good. Tell me, what brand was the wash machine? Did it come with a dryer, or is it all in one?
It's a separate front-loading dishwasher, clothes washer by LG. LG is the highest rated appliance, particularly in washers. My 45-year-old dryer does not need replacement yet. It's still running. It's an old Kenmore. But this new washer is really something else, technology-wise.
Yeah, but does it do any better job of washing your clothes? LG. Who did you buy it from? Did you buy it through Amazon or some sort of store?
I bought the washer through. Through Amazon. Yeah, I'm getting confused. I bought the sewing machine from Walmart, and they say it's easy to operate and easy to learn. It's designed for a beginner, but I'm less than a beginner. It's going to take some reading the manual and playing with the machine to make it work.
Okay, very good. But you're real comfortable with the wash machine so far? I'm not excited about having my phone control it, but I couldn't do it anyway. But the point is it's overkill. I hope I don't pay extra for that feature, over.
Oh, no. In fact, I don't plan to use that. Since I'm a hands-on guy, I'll just manage it. But it does a great job I put a whole bunch of towels that have been accumulating for several months in there, and it did a great job on them.
Oh, very good, very good. And what kind of soap are you using? The little stuff that's in the flexible capsule or something else?
Yeah, I use the little capsules, which you put directly in the wash. You don't put it in the dispenser that you would put powder in.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we've got those too. Very good. Well, thanks for the update. And you want to give me a ballpark on the price for that washer?
I bought a maintenance policy, which cost about $130 for 5 years. The total price, including tax, was about $950.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, because I'm thinking we're coming down the last leg. We've got Kenmore washers and dryers also. It's a matching pair, and they're both okay. But I think the wash machine has been abused a little bit more than the dryer. And so we may have the same situation you have, where the washer quits, but the dryer keeps going. All right. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for the update on the washer from LG. N6RO, K6MYC, and congrats to both you and your team there, your David friend. That seemed like a real spectacular operator.
I think we doubled there.
N6 BCC.
Yep, I called you in once, Merle, but you didn't respond. N6 Bravo Charlie Charlie, 1134, I think, tells you to your number, K6MYC.
Hey, Roger, 1134. Yeah, you spun back up towards the other side of Sacramento, and I couldn't hear you after when you did that. Oh, well, I figured I'd catch you when you got down this way here again.
Yeah, we got you. We heard you. I heard you fine either way. Did you get your antenna? You must have had your antenna fixed because you're much larger than you were last week, over.
Well, I'm only about 16 feet up in the air right now, too, on top of that. I'm trying to get everything lowered down and get, take some stuff down. And if this rain would ever quit so I can take and get my hole dug, you know how that is.
Yep. Well, you're looking at 11 days in a row here now with no rain, according to what we see. So now we're done with it, and it's going to get temperatures up in the 80s. So get ready.
Oh, Roger, I'm definitely going to get ready there. I was wondering, does this make any difference here? I just switched antennas real quick, like.
Well, let me see. Give me chatter on this one, and then tell me when you switch.
Hey, Roger, okay. I'm on this one here, and I'm sitting there, watch out at you. How's it doing? Now I'm going to switch over to the other one. Okay, now I switched back over to my Yagi, so is there any difference?
Well, not that I could see. It might be the Yagi might be a little better. What was the first one, the dipole?
Roger, yeah, my rotatable dipole.
Yeah, well, if there's any difference, I can't see it on the meter or hear it, either one. So I'm sorry I can't give you a better report than that. You're not moving the meter, but I think that's because I don't have both attenuators, or my attenuator must be on or something here. Let me look at my screen here and see if I can find it.
775.
775, I got you, Mike. 775, Judy, thank you. Hang on a second, Mike.
The dipole was much louder in Oakley. That's a function of direction, I believe. John?
Yeah. Where'd you go, Mike?
Okay, now I got the amp on. I'm not going, John. I mean, Merle, I just was trying to get the radio to respond here. For some reason, the attenuator was turned off. Or the amplifier. There's two preamps in this one, and I need amp 2 to get estimator removed. But you can be solid copy, and it doesn't even move the meter here. So now give me the test again, Merle. Go ahead.
Okay, here's with the rotatable dipole that I built. We'll give you a little talk here on it, see how it's working. Yeah, I kind of hope everything's going good between you and Judy down there. You guys have good health and everything. And now we're back over to the Yagi right now, and hopefully something makes a little bit of a difference. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, well, both working pretty well. With the Yagi is better. I can see it come up a couple of S units. Now on. Is it a 3-element Yagi?
No, it's 4 elements.
Okay, well, it's hard to tell because you're just barely tickling the meter, and we're way down at the low end of the scale. But it's a noticeable improvement, so the Yagi is better, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's the main thing, as long as it makes it a little bit better. This weekend, was playing around and jumped in here on 6 meters and did take and hear a guy down there, up there, I shouldn't say down there, up there in Washington and stuff, and then he fell out on me almost as quick as he came in and stuff, so, yeah, doggone it. But it was fun. I had a blast. All righty, Mike, I'm going to say 7-3 to you and Judy, and I'll let you get on. I'm sure sure John's out there still waiting to check in and stuff, and a few others. So you guys have a super great evening, and we will catch you next time. So K6MYC and 6BCC, I'll be clear after yours.
Okay, thanks, Merle. Appreciate it. And you did the opening, was it a sideband opening to Washington to W7? Was that on what time of the day?
I believe it was in the afternoon, and it was just, kind of a fluke that I was sitting there yelling CQ there on 125, and boom, this guy came back to me, and I couldn't quite get his call sign. I got, W7, and I couldn't, and he just fell out just as quick as he came in. So it was just kind of a fluke that he heard me, and I even heard him.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's in the mornings you'll get meteor scatter with those guys, and you've got sometimes a 30-second period, or sometimes on a big meteor, it could be as much as a minute or so. But you'll hear the meteor burst up, and the signals will come in, and then they just fade right out again. With two big stations on each end, if you're running kilowatts and big antennas on both ends, sometimes you can get what we call residual meteors. So if the meteors are coming in good every so often, there's enough residual left of ionosphere that we can talk in between the meteors, and I've done that too. But I haven't done meteor scatter with the Washington and Oregon guys in a long time. But that's typically 8 o'clock in the morning stuff. Somewhere between 7 and 9 in the morning when you get that north-south path with meteors. So you might keep an eye out for that. You might have just had a little short opening, and you might have just caught the end of it, and he might have been running really low power and a poor antenna. A lot of the guys do not have very good stations nowadays on 6 meters. So anyway, keep trying. Don't give up on it. Keep calling CQ and let somebody know you're out there. Thanks, Merle. Good to hear you. N6BCC, K6MYC, standing by for W6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Good night, Mike and Judy.
It is, that is John's call, isn't it now, Merle?
Yeah, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
I don't hear him. W6WZZ. John, if you're in there, come on in, K6MYC.
Get double. Just try again, John.
Okay, yeah, you should hear him. Give him a call, would you? He's been around, I think, according to Merle, over.
Another double.
Yeah, I said give him a call, Ken.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead, John.
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu.
Okay, I hear you, but you got to make more noise than that so I can peek on you. Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu, and give me your number, John. He's not hearing me, Ken.
Roger that. It is 1145. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, 11:45, but give me more chatter, so I can swing the antenna back and forth on you, over.
All righty, I'll speak up a little bit more so I can be heard. I've been working on my system here, trying to work on my 10 meter, get it up on the air, and find out that it's got a crack in an insulator, so I got to figure out how to get that done.
Well, I can't seem to get much of a peek on you there, John. It's pretty broad. Everybody's broad tonight. I'm not getting very good peeks on anybody. So we'll not worry about it, but you're Q5. That's the main thing, and a little better than you were at the beginning there. Thanks, John, and keep working on this system. It's getting better and better for you there. And 11:45. And congratulations again on the new call sign there. W6 WZZ K6MYC for your final, John, over.
Good, John.
Okay, Mike, you have a mighty fine.
I hear KD6SW in Reading.
W6WZZ.
Okay, and I hear Reading in here. Reading, go ahead, I hear you. I got you there, Rich. And I'll come back up your way a little bit. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Reading, K6MYC, over. I got him. I don't know where he went, but he came in on probably on a peak or something there. KD6SW, we got you. We got you checked in, Rich. Thank you very much, and good strong CW when I heard you there. KD6SW, Roger, K6MYC, 7373. Okay, well, I'm into the Bay Area, and we got KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Let me get more toward you. There's 290. What does that say?
293.
Okay, should be right about in here, Mike, if you're there, and maybe also for PQL. W6PQL, are you there, Jim?
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu. Okay, Mike.
KD6MYC, KB6WSC.
Okay, I got both of you, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Zulu. And W6WZZ, we got you as well, but I haven't moved the antenna much off of you, John. Go ahead.
Roger that. I was just, I moved my antenna a little bit to see if it made any difference.
Yeah, you're doing fine here. You're Q5, no problem. Over.
Okay, roger that. Continue. I'm done. Thank you.
All right. Sounds like you're listening to the stream. You're not hearing me direct. Can you not hear me on the direct path? Over.
Just a little slow on the trigger.
Yeah, I got you on the radio. I turned the computer down.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Kim.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, sir. Thank you, John, 73s, and back over to you, Mike. I'm probably a little bit north of you, but good to hear you. Thanks for sticking around. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, KB6WSC. Very good. Yeah, thank you. And enjoy your dinner if you haven't had it already. Over.
Yeah, no, we haven't taken the break. We're getting close, so we're coming down the home stretch. When we get to the Bay Area, we're just about done here. Hi. Thank you, Mike. Good to hear you. I look forward to working you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have decent conditions east-west on 1296. 73, KB6WFC, K6MYC. Bye-bye.
Great, good evening.
Yeah, good night. Judy says good night.
W6PQL.
Yeah, we got PQL, 1296. Go ahead, Jim.
Stop, just quick in and out, Mike. 73, W6PQL.
PQL in and out quickly, okay. And just to confirm, I did hear your CW on no 52. That was what I was hearing, was no 52, right?
Yeah, you got it right. And I rogered it also on CW, but mine got covered up.
Yeah, you did. You got covered. You were really weak because I was pointed due north. But we had it. We got it. I probably heard the Rogers, too. I was sure of it. I just wanted to confirm one more time with you here. Very good. Let you go, 7-3. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296 from the barn. Should be a good day tomorrow. Hopefully everything will dry out. Hopefully I haven't got any water damage. 73, W6PQL, K6MYC, QRZ into the Bay Area for Bozo Net check-ins. Over. Bozo Net check-ins. Check-ins for the Bozo Net on 6 meters here. 6 meters, K6MYC, Central California. Over. Oh, come on. There's got to be more than 2 guys in the Bay Area. Well, let me go all the way to Santa Cruz and the heck with you guys. Let's see, KW6S or AF6 United, AF6 United or KW6S, K6MYC, over. on 6 meters here. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, or Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC, calling and listening. Or again, listening for anybody in the Bay Area. You can hear okay, can't you, Rob? So we could go down and I could call again for KB6 Whiskey, KB6RQU, right?
Yes, correct. I got the amp figured out when I was sliding things around. One of those little plug-in connectors was real loose and it just fell apart. So I had no power to any of my amplifiers. Anyway, but I am having trouble with my registration's way off and where I'm pointing, so I don't even know if I'm aimed to Rick or not.
Oh, okay. Well, if we can get you a signal, maybe you can get Aaron to make a transmission and peek on Aaron. That would be pretty much the right direction, over.
Well, I guess. I'm not real sure where I get him, but I think I know.
Aaron, you want to give Rob a call? Uh-oh, Aaron's putting the kids to bed. Anybody else down south there? KB6RQU or anybody? I'm just rotating now, Rob, so I'm not pointed down there yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to rotate that way also. Aaron says he's doing the dishes now. The kids are already in bed. Aaron had a driving day, so he must have been doing a lot of exercising tonight, so all of his chores are late.
Okay. Let's give it a call here. KB6RQU, or anybody in Visalia, or anybody in any place that's copying me, K6MYC. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net 6 meters, beaming toward LA and down the valley through Bakersfield. Looking for Bakersfield, Lake Isabella, or Bay Area, or not Bay Area, but I'm sorry, LA area, Los Angeles. Anybody copying me anywhere here on 6 meters? This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over. Boy, skimpy night. Do you smell skunk, Judy? Okay. Well, let's make a count and see what we got, and we'll get out of here and go get something to eat. 20. Okay, 2020.
Okay, I may have missed a few around Sacramento, but let me count.
We didn't have many there.
Well, I got 19, so somehow I'm missing one.
Yeah, we're pretty close. Let me go from...
WZZ. Who's WZZ?
That's 1145. That's John. KW6 Whiskey Zulu. John. 1145. Okay, let me go north from my head, Rob.
That's where the mistake is.
We got nobody in Nevada. And we started with John, KR6MR759. Bill was in there at 7076. 776, I should say. I did get 145, but I wasn't pointed right, but I heard him come through strong on CW, so he must have caught a peak. 145 in Redding. We did get, of course, Ken, N6RO835. And then in the Bay Area, 775, we had Merle, 1134. And John, WZZ, 1145, as I mentioned. And then we had KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. And 1296. And that's it. I think we only had those two in the Bay Area.
Oh, you had 1296. That's the one I'm missing then. I don't know why I should be, but I'm missing it. Yeah, you didn't call Darren. I got him in there too from Sacramento.
I'm sorry, yeah, 756. That's right, I overlooked him. I'm doing that from memory, Rob. Sorry, I missed him. He was so light.
So Jim PQL was in there on 6 meters.
Yeah, he was in and out very quickly. All right, we got it. And 73s, we'll see you later. What do you say about Aaron? The kids are in bed, but where is he?
Doing dishes. He was probably doing a lot of exercising. When he drives out of town, he's got to do exercising to keep him in shape a little bit instead of sitting all day. So that's what he doing dishes later on.
Okay, very good. Well, Aaron's listening in the background, I know. So Aaron 73s, thanks again with the net. We'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. Good night now. And I may get on in the morning on 40 meters for those of you who want to join us on 40. 7137 plus or minus. 730 K6MYC, clear on 6 meters.
I'm here. K6USY. And for the record, Rob, I always do the dishes late at night.
Okay, so your wife can't inspect them and see how much grunge you left on them?
Well, she cooks, and I cook after all the girls go to bed.
Okay.
But yes, I will not be there on 40 meters tomorrow. I have to drive down to Alpaw.
No problem. I missed it this morning. Over the weekend, I was, I wasn't there. I was on 40 a little bit, I think, at the beginning. And then we went over to 20 meters. But I did not get on 20, even though I heard the guys in Africa. But I was a little bit disappointed in the rhetoric. They don't think we know what we're talking about over here. We don't know what we're doing. And I'm not keeping up with all the latest stuff, so they don't either know what's going on when it comes to the close-in stuff that we see here. So it's, but I was just, I just didn't see any reason to get in there and be an angry participant. Over.
Very good. Yeah, for the foreseeable future, I will not be working from home because my coworker's on leave, which means I get to be on the road every day, and it's probably going to be that way for the next couple months. So yeah, no jumping on 40 meters for me during the daytime, but oh well. We'll catch you guys later and on 1296 tomorrow night, K6USY DMO6.
Okay, 7-3. Thanks for the heads up on the 40 meter thing. Good night, Rob. Good night, Aaron. K6MYC will be clear.
Good night, Mike and Judy. K6MYC, KM6SR. And good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR. 73, everyone.
Good night, Rob. Yeah, and good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY.